If you take a look at this...
Caked in there.
Oh yeah, you look at that. That is nice. Oh, that is beautiful.
Okay.
That is... Oh, look at the back of the diff here. That is sharp. I love that. Oh, yeah. That's some fine metal right there.
So Peter, I bought this 2000 Lexus LX470. You've had a chance to take a look at it. What do you think? What's the prognosis?
My first question to you would be, why? Why did you buy it?
Because I got a good deal on it, Peter. Right?
All right, a warm welcome to you. This is our next project. It's a 2000 Lexus LX470. It has a 230 horsepower, 4.7 liter V8 engine. It's a 4x4, a very capable one. It tows 6,500 pounds. It weighs about 5,400 pounds. It's a large vehicle. Doug DeMuro says Land Cruisers are bulletproof. They last 300,000 miles easily. They're overbuilt. But are they invincible? Take a look under there and you'll see some signs that this one may not be. Are they invincible? As we walk up to the front, let's take a look at what it looks like under the wheel arch. Don't see a huge amount of rust there. Take a look at this tailgate and you can see there everything seems to look okay. There's a stain on the carpet, but you look at the bottom of the tailgate there and you can see there's rust. I put my finger into a space that looked like it was rusty and my finger went straight through. So my initial take on this vehicle, there definitely is some rust on the frame. There is most definitely some rust on the liftgate on the rear. It'll probably need to be replaced. It's pretty bad. You can see a little bit more of that as we go here. This is on the outside of the tailgate. But what does the rest of the vehicle look like? Let's let the Land Cruiser Whisperer speak to that.
It's got to come off anyway, right?
The tailgate's no good. That liftgate's shot. Don't push too hard.
Don't push too... Well, I mean, if it's rusty, it's, you know...
This piece here back here is rotten.
Yeah.
What's this? Ooh.
Looks like somebody put a car battery there.
That looks like black mold.
Yeah.
That ain't.
I think water
that ain't
got
battery.
in here. I think water got in here and it stayed.
All this?
Yeah, that's all that.
I have
to take this bumper off.
That's all cancer. All underneath there. All cancer underneath there. All this stuff here, see how it's all blistering here?
Yeah.
It's all working its way. All these rocker panels, I guarantee you, underneath here it's going to be all nice and rotten. You see it's all starting to separate. See all right here? All inside of here.
Yeah, see that?
All this stuff here, there's nothing there. It's all just rotten. That's why it's pushing this away. It's pulling away from the body because this whole piece here is this is all rotten here because this piece of metal behind this plastic is all rotten, so it's pulling it away from the body.
Yep.
The roof looks good.
Okay. All right.
All this in here. You pull this back, and I guarantee you're gonna have some.
Oh, I see that now.
Some bad stuff. If we snap this back, you're gonna find underneath here. I bet you there's some holes. You see what's all.
Yeah. Coming off.
If we start taking a screwdriver, we'll probably go right straight through that metal there.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah. So, Land Cruisers aren't they made with good undercoating and stuff like that?
No.
No? Oh, they're not.
No.
Okay. I thought Toyota.
No. Toyota puts a little bit of undercoating on it, but not tons.
Oh, okay.
And usually when you get more, you're going to get more undercoating if it's going to go, say, up to the north. They might put an extra, like a Z-Bark kind of a thing. They'll put some undercoating on it before they deliver it to the people. And that's only so good because after a while it'll still pull away because there's no such thing as impervious to salt. See here, you can see just how nicely, see how it's all, how the metal here is just starting to delaminate. See how it's just coming apart there?
Yeah.
It's just, so when they start blasting, it's going to take all this stuff loose.
Okay. At least we'll see what we got. That, yeah, interesting.
Yeah, if I can take it off with my fingers, you know it's not very strong.
Yeah.
And you look all around, you can see all this kind of stuff here, like your upper control arms. This stuff's just all flaking off here.
Yeah, I see that. Interesting.
everything inside of here.
Yeah. So I can see why you're like, let's get this stuff blasted off, see what we got.
Yeah. Because you want to see if there's any integrity to this at all.
Yeah.
Before, or it's so thin that you really haven't got a whole lot to work with. And then it just implodes on
So I
it.
don't see the same thing over
No,
here.
because a lot of times what'll happen,
This looks better.
particularly if a vehicle is parked along the curb, what usually gets hit is going to be the driver's side, because that's where all the sand and salt spreaders are put out there, and it's going to kind of go more on that side.
That looks bad, doesn't it?
Yeah, so you can. I mean, if you look inside of there, you can just kind of see some of the pipes and whatnot. That was a partial. That was a partial accident, probably. And but it'd make it lighter.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't want the whole bumper to fall.
He's like, I'll let you do that, but I'm not breaking
Yeah, I'll let you break it off. You want to break the bumper off.
You've been there before. You've done
Drag
this
it
before.
down the road.
The voice of experience. You can tell by the leaves up here that this just sat and sat and sat.
Oh yeah.
You know, this just has not really been cared for like it probably could have been.
Put a new. You want to put a license on there?
Yep. Oh, they broke off. Look at that.
They broke off, yeah, because it's got a blind nut, and then when you back off the bolt, it breaks off with the blind nut.
Wow, be darned.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Looks
do we
like
dare-
the
do we dare
muffler
close it?
looks okay.
Yeah.
It's probably been replaced. It does have a spare tire at least.
Yeah, you look at that. That is nice. Oh, that is beautiful.
Okay.
That is. Oh, look at the back of the diff here. That is sharp.
The back of the
I love that. Oh yeah. That's some fine metal right there. They did replace the calipers, and it looks like they've had to replace some brake lines already.
Okay.
Yep. Some fabricated brake lines, not OE.
Really?
Oh yeah,
So they've already been replaced.
They've already replaced it, and they've spliced it along the frame rail there because it rotted away by the back of the frame rail here. It's towards the front that they haven't done anything with, and they should have done. They've replaced the springs already because they probably rotted away.
That's good.
Then you got this bottom of this frame here. You see all this stuff that almost looks like barnacles. See that
Yes, the rust.
there? Yeah, the rust.
Okay.
This nasty old rust. Yeah, well, after looking at this vehicle, the problem I'm seeing with it is that you've got a lot of rust, and it's not just surface rust. You've got a lot of structural problems. I mean, we've got this problem with these brake lines. The brake lines have been replaced towards the back, and they have spliced new lines in it. But what we've got a problem is we've got a major leak right here, this line here, right as you look down the frame here, where these lines come off the master cylinder, they go to a splitter, and that whole thing there is rotten. So if we try to take those lines loose, what's going to happen is it's going to break the lines off, it's going to break the splitter off, and what's going to happen is we're going to keep working our way from wherever it breaks off, forwards, backwards, and everything we touch, I'm afraid, is going to crumble. So my concern is, aside from that, is just the integrity of the vehicle itself. So possibly you could take it to a frame shop, they could blast it off, they could look at it and say, hey, there's no structural integrity to this frame whatsoever. Or they may say, yeah, there's actually something here, we can work with this, we can add some metal here, we can add some metal there. My thoughts are this vehicle is probably not a great candidate for doing any major restoration on.
Okay.
It, at best, in my opinion, it's a donor vehicle. It's got some parts on here that could be used on some other vehicle that needs an engine, a transmission, a transfer case, whatever. Because even looking at the diffs themselves, they're rotten. And now you also notice how the whole car is sagging. This vehicle has torsion bar suspension, and the torsion bar gets its strength and gets its rigidity from the frame itself. And the anchor points, if those are weak, the torsion bar can have no strength whatsoever because it's no longer going to lift the car up.
Okay.
So, I mean, I am really, really concerned. Basically what I think you got here is, to put it nicely, organic fertilizer. I wouldn't want to take this in any serious off-roading right now.
Yeah, definitely.
No,
definitely not.
Stuff would definitely fall off of it, right?
I'm afraid it would.
You're right, it would be lighter. Stuff would
be
fall off
lighter.
of it. My axle does. All right, here's the back. And the train.
while you feast your eyes on this beauty of an engine on this 2000 Lexus LX470, let me tell you what the plan is for this vehicle. What we have done is we have transported this vehicle to a local shop, and this local shop is going to sandblast all of the rust off of the frame and as much of the other parts of this engine as possible. And the purpose behind that is the Land Cruiser Whisperer can't really see what needs to be fixed on this vehicle without getting rid of some of that rust. And it's interesting, I think, that the rust is only on one side primarily of the vehicle, and of course that would be the one on the street side. That would be the street side that has the rust. The other side looks much better. It still has some rust, of course, in the wheel wells, etc., but not as much rust on the frame. So with those brake lines especially, we need to get those barnacles off so we can see what we're dealing with. So tune in next time to see what happens. One of the next videos we're going to show you is this 1966 Ford F100, and it has some rust issues as well. So and then what we'll do is we'll show you one of these that has been restored, and it is possible to restore some of these rusty vehicles and really end up with something that's beautiful. So thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and we will see you in the next video.